to a very special Big Fat Quiz in which we look back at the 90s. I remember the wild nights I spent in the 90s with Oasis. What a refreshing drink that is. Ah, the 90s. Grunge, Genocide, Dolly the Sheep, Resident Evil, Terminator 2, or the Spice Girls, as they were otherwise known. Let's meet the teams. This team are more 90s than a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle doing a magic eye puzzle on the Eurostar. It's Jonathan Ross and Joe Brand. If our next team were made of pastry, one would be sweet and crispy, the other would definitely have a soggy bottom. It's Sue Perkins and Lee Mack. Our final team combined the brain power of Mulder and Scully, the sex appeal of Robson and Jerome, and fortunately for the other panellists, the quizzing skills of Grant and Phil Mitchell. It's Mortimer and Richard Ayoade. Should we kick off by taking a look at you back in the 90s? Yes, we probably should. You know, let's have a look at Sue Perkins back in the 90s. Literally exactly the same. Literally no change.
That's BC. That's before cake. There's been a couple of stone round the midriff in the intervening years.
I'm not sure whether that's true. You look exactly... I mean, you've even got the same glasses on. It's... very little's changed.
You look like a very hungry Eric Morecambe.
Let's take a look at Lee.
Oh.
Am I right in saying that Tom Hanks made a film about you in the 90s? I mean...
That is... that is the first, genuinely true story, that is my night of my first gig. And that's me rehearsing at home with a plastic bottle, pretending it's a mic. And I was 9.5 stone when I started comedy, and now I'm 14 stone. I'm half more a human being than when I started.
Let's take a look at Joe.
No, don't. Oh.
What? Now, Joe, you were the lead singer of The Cure, briefly.
I still am.
But it's a great look. It's a great... I don't remember you having that much hair. You had more hair than any other human being.
My husband had to be so pissed to go out with me during the 90s. No, he did. But he's an alcoholic, so it was easy for him.
Oh, Richard, let's have a look at you back in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blimey. That was the last time I smiled.
And even then, it looks pretty forced.
Yeah.
What were you playing? What was your tune on the guitar?
What was my jam?
Yeah.
Well, I was playing a lot of self-composed stuff. A lot of stuff about the housing situation. And, I think a lot of political change was actioned by what I was saying.
Richard, could we ask you for just one small burst of the lyrics from one of your self-penned protest songs?
You could.
Would you perform a tiny bit of one of your self-penned protest songs?
I will not.
Bob, let's take a look at you back in the 90s.
Wow.
You're dressed as me. I'm Bob from the past. This is an episode of Quantum Leap. I've woken up as Bob.
Obviously, the real style guru throughout the 90s was Jonathan Ross. I think we could all agree. Let's just take a look at...
I was so proud of that jacket. I used to wear that on a scooter riding around town. Sometimes I'd go out, I didn't even have anywhere to go. I just wanted to be seen wearing that jacket.
What about this jacket?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. That's a single reason that the Scottish folk will vote yes.
Now, if you want to see what you should have looked like in the 90s, have a look at me back in the 90s. This is what you should have looked like.
That is Darius. You are Darius.
And that's not the most embarrassing photo. Don't worry about that. This one is. What's going on there?
Actually, I looked a bit like that in the 90s before I sorted out my facial hair.
We kick off the quiz with a round about what hit the headlines in the 90s. In 1998, the Good Friday Agreement was signed, bringing peace to Northern Ireland. Of course, the provisional IRA still wanted independence, but being provisional, they couldn't commit acts of terrorism unless they were accompanied by someone over the age of 21 with a full licence. After 150 years of British control, Hong Kong was finally handed over to the Chinese. And because it was a little bit late, they got a free litre of Pepsi. OK, it wouldn't be a quiz without questions. Eyes down. Here's your first question. First off, in 1992, all across France, intellectuals and thinkers were disgusted by the launch of what they described as a horror made of cardboard, plastic and appalling colours. What were they talking about?
Well, Atomic Kitten, famous in France.
I don't think Atomic Kitten had happened as yet. Richard, you got something?
That's
Bob's got it.
Bob's been
He's
paying
a treasure.
attention. He knew this episode of Quantum Leap was coming.
Cool. OK, next up, it's over to the fittest man from the 90s. It's Mr. Motivator.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Jimmy, it's Mr. Motivator here. You know, the 90s was fabulous for me. Number one, I was on GMTV every single day. And also I got the nation into shape with my BLT workouts. But it wasn't that good for the Royals. In fact, 1992 was an awful year. They had Windsor Fire, divorces, diners tell all book. And then the Queen did a speech. So what phrase did she use in that speech to actually sum up her year?
Mr. Motivator, everyone, very enthusiastically.
Can I just say, I was actually on the M4 going past Windsor Castle when it was on fire. So I was on my way to Wales, and I was driving past, and I looked over and went, fuck, Windsor Castle's on fire. Hooray! Up the revolution. Well, that's what I said when the police stopped me. Briefly.
Next question. Can you tell me which 90s crisis on the roads caused John Major to swing into action and set up a public hotline?
I just spelled dogging.
Have you ever been dogging, Lee?
I've been the doggy, not the dogger. But yeah. Oh, yeah, I recognise your face.
Yes.
Cross it against the glass.
OK. And for our final question, we go over to the Goldsmiths Community Hall in Lewisham, where some local children are putting on a rather unusual play. Let's have a look.
Hello. We need to borrow some things from you. OK, here you go. Now we wait. 145 days later. This is taking ages. Ta-da! Hey, that looks like me. We've done it! I'm the most famous sheep in the world.
So, the question is, what was that documentary or reenactment showing?
What's the prize on this show?
The prize?
Yeah, at the end, like, you get a prize, right?
Oh, dear.
Well, there's a huge prize.
Great.
Yeah,
What is
huge.
What a van.
All right, are you ready for some answers?
Yes.
So, first question was, I asked you, what angry French intellectual was described as a horror made of cardboard, plastic and appalling colours? Did anyone get this?
We reckon it's Euro Disney.
And you've done a little picture there of...
I tried to draw Mickey Mouse, but I'm not very good at drawing. So it does look like a small hamster with big ears has been pushed against a car window. Yeah. Which is actually dogging as well, but when you've really got a very small car.
Okay. Jonathan and Joe, you've got like...
We went Euro Disney. We also attempted a drawing of Mickey Mouse. I don't know whether that's any better or any worse than yours.
I would say neither infringe copyright. You're going to be OK with those.
Okay.
Euro Disney's built near a town called Malmaison, which is very dear to me because it's where Napoleon's house is. And I like to play a game, it's called Cockalotti. And I got my penis out right next to Napoleon's bed. I've also done the Versailles Treaty and the Bayeux Tapestry.
How does the game work?
You have to expose your penis near a great artefact
Yeah.
or an icon or something.
How many do you have to do before you get a Duke of Edinburgh award?
OK, so you all got a point there for Euro Disney. You're all absolutely right. Next up, Mr. Motivator asked you what phrase the Queen used to describe 1992. Did you all get this?
Yeah.
Sue, where'd you go?
Annus
Yeah.
Horribilis. Annus Horribilis. And we have foreshadowed any anus gags by literally and hilariously writing anus.
And I've drawn a bottom.
Yeah, Lee's helped if
Thank
people
you.
didn't know what an anus was.
We
wonderful.
obviously, you knew, it means horrible year, but everyone thought at the time it was a gift, wasn't it? 'Cause it sounded like it was horrible anus. But everyone knows, in actual fact, Latin, I don't know if you speak Latin, but the Latin for horrible anus is actually Piers Morgan. You see it one point.
Bob, Richard, did you get this?
Fact after fact after fact. That's what they're doing.
Two facts.
Wait till we get to the third fact.
So, yes, it was, of course, the Queen's Annus Horribilis. A Windsor Castle burnt down, 3 of her children got divorced, and there was a tell-all book about Princess Diana. Next up, I asked you which 90s crisis caused John Major to set up a public hotline. Did you know?
I was convinced there was a shortage of MC Hammer-style pants. And this upset a lot of people. And the Prime Minister got involved, and I'm now beginning to realise this probably isn't true.
It was more about... It was a hotline, it was something on the roads. What have you got?
We don't know why, but there was suddenly in the 90s, there were just a lot of cones on the road, but I don't know why.
Let's go to Bob and Richard. What did you get?
The third
That's
fact
great.
has arrived.
And it is...
Cone hotline, my friend.
Cone hotline.
That's right.
You're 100% right.
Thank you.
Fact after fact after fact.
Yeah.
He'd basically run out of ideas and he set up a cone hotline. 17,000 people called the hotline, and 5 of those calls, that's 5, resulted in cones being removed.
It wasn't to report cone theft. It was excessive use of cones.
No, if you saw a cone and it was in our place, it was in the
That
wrong
would be
place.
odd if the Prime Minister said, some cones have been going missing, I'm setting up a hotline. Yeah. Prime Watch was shit in the 90s, wasn't it?
People used to steal cones. People used to steal cones. Before the internet, that was a good night out.
Before mobile phones, that's how we used to communicate, wasn't it?
A bit of string on each end.
Coming out or what?
Coming dogging.
So Richard and Bob, you definitely get a point. You got 100% right. You said shitloads of cones on the road. I think that's near enough cone hotline. You'll get a point. No points for you, Jonathan Joe. Finally, we saw the children of Goldsmiths Community Hall performing an unusual school play. What event were they acting out?
It was hard not to get this one. It's Dolly the sheep being cloned, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was a huge story of the...
Cloning
of
was
the
a big story back then, and it was in the 90s it first took hold, and that's when Rod Stewart learned that he could just clone his previous wives and keep marrying the new version.
Yeah, of course, that's the positive side of cloning. The negative effects, Jedward.
But I thought it was a bit weird to clone a sheep because they all look the same anyway, so you could have just got one from the field and gone, look, they're the same.
I think that was their plan B, had things not gone brilliantly. They went... Did you get this, Lee? Do you remember Dolly the sheep?
I remember, I went out with her.
OK, Bob, Richard.
Yeah, we got Dolly the sheep.
That's right. It's a new era of fact.
Fact 4. The only actual difference between the Dolly and the sheep was the original Dolly was from Northumberland, yeah, and it used to go bah, and like it was cloned in Sheffield, so it was bah. The only difference.
Well, that is true. Animals do have regional accents.
Yeah, they do.
That is true, they have regional
Ducks have
accents.
accents.
They do.
They seriously do.
Surely that's bullshit.
No. you tell that to a Liverpudlian duck on your own head, do it?
OK, so you all get a point there. Let's check in on the scores. So Bob and Richard have 4 points from 4 facts. Sue and Lee, 4 points from 4 facts. Jonathan and Joe trailing with 3.
I should listen to you.
This round is all about the music of the 90s. When I heard Oasis's first 2 albums, I thought, wow, it doesn't get any better than this. And I was right. It didn't get any better than that. The Gallagher brothers were the perfect balance. Noel Gallagher supplied the songwriting and the musical skills, whilst Liam Gallagher didn't. There were some outrageous fashions from music stars in the 90s. I did once wear a pair of MC Hammer trousers. It was dark and I didn't want to weigh MC Hammer, so I picked up the wrong pair. That joke, I fuck MC Hammer. Right.
Did he say you can't touch that?
I can't touch this. It'd be a different song if it was you can't touch that. No. That's a whole different song.
Can I just say...
That's a Eric Morecambe version of it.
That is the most anal heckle I've ever had.
That is a very different area to this.
You can't touch this. Or you
That.
can't touch that.
Yeah.
It's not a
can't
massive difference, is it?
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well,
big.
it is.
That as opposed to this. This, you cannot touch. That, free country.
If it had been Lancashire, it'd been you can't touch anything. Hey, don't touch out. Don't touch out. Don't touch out.
See, touching out, again. It's a
Oh, marvellous. OK. Time for some more questions. For our first question, it's over to 90s junglist warrior, Goldie.
Wow.
Hi, Jimmy. I was a bit of a dance pioneer in the music industry in the 90s, as were KLF, who also had a string of hits and made millions. What did they do that was controversial with their money?
It's a beautiful grill he's got there, isn't it?
I know Goldie a bit. I knew him back when he was just bronzy.
Next question. You two were huge in the 90s, but what unfortunate mishap befell them during an Oslo gig on their Pop Mart tour in 1997? Oh. Something went horribly wrong during their tour in Oslo. Next up, time for a Say What You See question. I'm going to show you a series of pictures that spell out a phrase. For example, this spells out Bob Mortimer. Bob Mortimer.
Brilliant.
I like this. You're giving us the answers as well. Right, Bob Mortimer.
Yeah, more time.
No, you've got to tell me which 90s music story is hidden here.
I know this Bob Mortimer. Right, Bob Mortimer.
A 90s music story is hidden within those images. It's almost like being an Egyptian.
Yes. You've got it. Brand has got it. She's a genius. She's a genius. This is your talent.
And finally, it's over to the Big Fat Quiz newsroom where Martin Lewis is reporting on a huge hit of the decade. Which song is he describing here?
And finally, police in New York City are searching for a woman who is alleged to have drugged a Puerto Rican man with a sleeping pill, stolen his money, and left him heartbroken and confused in a funky, cheap hotel. The victim claims that she forced him to take his clothes off and dance in the rain before making him order French champagne. The woman is described as having devil red lips and mocha-coloured skin, but the public have been warned not to approach her, as she's believed to be in possession of black cats and voodoo dolls.
90s classic.
I'm so appalled I know this.
You're appalled you know this. This is a wonderful song, Sue. Don't be so...
No, it's genius. Genius.
It's a genius.
Especially given that introduction, it's marvellous.
Richard, Bob, you got something?
We're ready now. Yep.
You were taking a bit longer there. If you need more time, just ask.
Sorry, I just thought you were
We were
trying to be
trying to
authoritative.
make it easier for you, Jimmy.
Yeah. And also your authority is slightly undermined by your plush little purple plinth.
It is odd. It's like you're in a Dodgem car, but you want a bit of cushioning.
It's like a sort of metrosexual pulpit. I don't mind it.
You look like a very gay Dalek.
I feel like I'm on like a very well-decorated Segway, is what it feels like. That I could be moving around at any point. OK, I've got some answers for you. OK, well, Goldie asked you what the KLF did with their money. Did anyone remember?
Yes. Joe remembered.
They burnt £1 million
They burnt £1 million.
on a Scottish island.
OK, Sue, Lee, did you get this?
Well, it was more of an artistic statement.
It's not very arty. It's not as good as drawing, is it?
It just makes them look a bit
No,
like
but if you
dicks.
can't draw, it's like a good sort of...
If you said to someone, could you know the caricatures they do in the street? If you said, can you draw them? And certainly you sat down there and as you've changed your mind, got your wallet and set fire to it, you'd go, mental.
I love the fact that your definition of proper art is a street caricaturist.
That's proper art, isn't it?
Bob, Richard?
They started Ryanair.
The KLF did not start Ryanair.
Oh! Who did then?
The PLO?
You don't know.
VHS?
Plus burnt £1 million. We put that.
Plus burnt £1 million.
Come on.
Well, you're all absolutely right. They burnt £1 million and filmed themselves doing so. I asked you how you two came unstuck during their Oslo gig in '97. Anyone get this?
It was a massive malfunctioning lemon, which sounds, frankly, like Bono. But it was Bono and The Edge in a sort of Spinal Tap moment of madness.
Can I just say, I met you two once, and I stood very close to the edge.
OK, Richard and Bob, what, did you get this?
Hey. We thought we'd spice it up with some satire.
OK, go on, spice things up with some satire.
They were allowed to play. We're here all week. Now, the thing
I've never met Bono as such, but I did creep up behind him once and pop a walnut in his pocket without him noticing.
Was this the precursor to the cocky Lottie?
No, it's just...
Which celebrity can you put a walnut in?
Well, you were absolutely right. The band got stuck in a 40-foot mechanical lemon that failed to open. Point to Jonathan and Joe, point to Sue and Lee on that one. I asked you to say what you saw. Did anyone get this?
Yes.
Pockemoons Jackson at
Brits.
Brits.
Moons at Brits.
Brits.
But we knew the Jackson bit. I just couldn't be asked to write it.
And you guys?
That answer puts you in an ethical quandary, doesn't it?
Which one, Richard?
No Jackson.
Are you suggesting that we don't get a point?
I'm just saying it's very ethically difficult for Jimmy at the moment, that's all I'm saying. What are you going to do, Jimmy?
Do the right
Don't be
thing,
swayed
Jimmy.
by them,
Jimmy.
and don't be a misogynist by taking away points because of my menopause.
Yeah.
Joe must get all wrong.
Well,
Joe's your joker,
Jo
really.
has played her joker and will be getting a point.
I remember when this happened because Bob was there. You were a barrister, weren't you?
I was a solicitor at
A
the
solicitor.
time, yeah.
And didn't you go down to... Because they arrested, or certainly the police took Jarvis away.
No, Michael Jackson's goons arrested him, not the police, and they put him in a porter cabin. I presumed it would be something, you know, like substances, weaponry, something like that. And I cleared them out, demanded to go in there, and I said, Jarvis, what have you done? And he said, I showed my bottom to...
So you all got points on that, I think. Yes, brilliant. Which song was Martin Lewis reporting on? Anyone know?
Yeah. This is Ricky Martin, who was heterosexual throughout the 90s. And in a freak moment, like a road to Damascus moment, suddenly wasn't at the end. I think it was Live In, La Vida Loca.
Let's have a little look.
I'd say there is a slight flaw there. She'll take away your pain like a bullet to the brain. Actually, when I've been shot in the head, it didn't really take away my pain. It's killed me.
I popped an almond in his pocket once, but he spotted me.
So if they spot you, it doesn't count then, is that right? You have to get in and out, see if you're like a ninja, like a nut ninja.
OK, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very special treat for you now. It's the start of one of the biggest shows from the 90s. From Gladiators, it's Jet. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
Marvellous. Well, Jet from off of Gladiator. Should we have a look at you in 90s Gladiator style?
OK.
Check this out.
Well, this is no way to treat a lady. Lisa giving away 1 stone in body weight to Jet and 1 inch in height. And some big licks coming in from the Jet. Look at that reach. Whatever happens, don't let go of it. Oh, Jet turned round, but she gets a girl down. Look at that. Tremendous. Jet jumps for joy. There's Jet relaxing after that amazing ordeal. Oh, look at that.
Jet, everyone. Give her a round of applause. That was presumably television made in the days before health and safety got involved.
Yes, absolutely. There was so many injuries, but yeah, we kind of like padded over it literally.
That must be a tough thing when you pitch up at your GPs on the Monday morning and go, yeah, it's quite serious. It was a massive cotton bud to the face.
Something like that.
Did you come up with the name? Did you come up with your own names?
No, Nigel Lithgow, Nasty Nigel, he named us all our gladiator names, and for the first year, he tried to make us only call each other by our gladiator names. Imagine in the canteen, all right, well, all right, well, it was a bit weird.
Don't give away any more, because this is the crux of our question.
All right.
Okay, go on.
OK, name 5 gladiators.
Oh, OK, now you can't have Jet, you can't have Hunter, you can't have Wolf, because we've mentioned them.
Yep.
So you've got to name 5 gladiators. There were 34 gladiators.
It's true. It's true.
Of course, you're the psychotherapist on Big Brother now.
That's right,
That's
yes.
got to be a full-time job, isn't it?
Yeah.
I watched the Big Brother show. You're on the show afterwards. You're on the Big Brother's bit on the side, aren't you?
yeah,
I'd like to, when you finish the interview, could you do a dismount like you did at the end of your ballot? Just leap off and run away.
And so I think he's mentally competent. That'd be ace. I would love that. OK. Let's have a look and see what they've got. OK, let's... you all got 5?
Well,
We've got loads.
We've got 8.
We've got 8.
You've got 8.
This is, we're really
We
good
got
at this.
more than there actually were.
Yeah.
OK, Jonathan and Joe, let's go with yours first.
OK, it was Drizzle,
Drizzle.
Melancholy,
Melina.
which is a medical term, I
It's a
believe.
medical term for loose stools.
Erectile dysfunction,
Melina and erectile dysfunction.
And
Well,
the
I can see they go
deadliest of them
together.
all, myocardial infarction.
OK, what have you got?
Well, everyone knows John Virgo.
He was one. Snooker in you tonight. Scorpio.
Phoenix, Atlanta. I think they were real.
Steroid Steve.
Furrenberg was in the 4th series.
And, of course, the famous one, Russell Crowe.
Yeah. with...
There must be 5 of them.
Go on, Bob.
Swan. Tony.
Freud.
Horse. Caramac.
Gandhi.
Pretty confident.
I'll go through the list of the 34 gladiators. Ace, Amazon, Blaze, Bullet, Cobra, Diesel, Falcon, Flame, Fox, Gold, Hawk, Hunter, Jet, that's you, Khan, Laser, Lightning, Nightshade, Panther, Phoenix, Raider, Rebel, Rhino, Rio, Rocket, Saracen, Scorpio, Shadow, Siren, Trojan, it's a condom, Vogue, Vulcan, Warrior, Wolf and Zodiac.
That's the most exciting eye chart you've ever been asked to read out.
And you've left out fuckwit.
Let's have a look and see what that's done to the scores. I can tell you that Jonathan and Joe have 7, Sue and Lee have 8, Bob and Richard are on 7. A big hand for Jet, or to give her a real name, Diane Udale. This round is all about the TV highlights of the decade. Xena Warrior Princess was a popular 90s show. If you don't remember it, just imagine Game of Thrones, but shit. In the 90s, Channel 4's late-night show, The Word, completely revolutionised how pissed you had to be to enjoy television. Makeover shows like Changing Rooms and Ground Force were big in the 90s, because if a job's worth doing, it's worth doing half-heartedly in a race against time whilst not wearing a bra. OK, time for some questions. First up, it's over to the broom cupboard's most famous resident. It's Andy Peters.
Hi, Jimmy. Now, I was the face of kids' television in the 1990s, but what did Anthea Turner do on Blue Peter that caused over 100,000 viewers to write to the BBC?
Is he still trapped in that broom cupboard?
It's quite a psychedelic broom cupboard.
Oh, yes.
OK, next question. What launched in the 90s with the promise of 3 things? Films, football and fucking. Oh, yeah.
The Pokemon series, wasn't it?
OK, next question. One of the biggest shows of the 90s was Noel's House Party, but host Noel Edmonds later said about the show, and I want you to complete the quote, he said, "We went into a downward spiral of when in doubt, what?" I'll give you a clue, it's not Bring On Mr. Bobby.
You got that.
Joe, it is not Cockalotti.
Oh, it's not?
It's not... OK.
OK.
Is it Vagilotti?
It is Cockalotti, yes.
We're going to play Vagilotti later.
I'm going
playing
to
it right
play
now.
Vagilotti in church on Sunday.
Final question. Another guest question. It's songwriting genius behind 90s classic Stay Another Day, E70's Tony Mortimer.
Hi, Jimmy. Now, E17 were one of the most talked about bands of the 90s. But can your teams tell me which 90s soap storyline caused national protests and was even commented on by Tony Blair?
So Tony Mortimer wants to know which soap opera storyline prompted a nationwide campaign and a comment from Tony Blair.
I remember doing it on Light Lunch.
What was that? So you remember doing it on Light Lunch?
Yes.
My entire 90s knowledge is who we had on Light Lunch. That's it. I don't remember anything else.
That covers most things, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was quite a lot of things.
Light Lunch was a good show.
I'm reminded from Bob, who puts nuts in people's pockets, I put wet lettuce down Gwyneth Paltrow's collar.
Why did... What, as a prank or
Well,
just...
as a hilarious thing, we thought, wouldn't it be funny to interview Gwyneth Paltrow with her head in a box, because she'd just done 7. And she was trapped in this box, getting more and more fed up. And then she was slightly annoying me, and so I fed, because she was sort of powerless to move, just fed bits of wet lettuce down the back of her collar during one of the food items.
Did she come back and do the show again?
Never.
No.
And then there was a man that she was going out with in the green room, and no one wanted to talk to him. They said, "Look, Sue, will you talk to him? He's the most boring man in the world." And I said, "All right." And I talked to him, and my eyes literally double glazed over, and I backed out to get away from him. Ben Affleck. Before his teeth were done. Seriously.
And then she went on to go out with a much more interesting Chris Martin.
Yeah.
Are you ready for answers? Of course you are.
Yeah.
Yes.
OK, all right, here we go. So Andy Peters asked you what Anthea Turner did on Blue Peter to prompt 100,000 people to write to the BBC. Did anyone get this?
Yeah.
Kill Shep. It was a major dog for Blue Peter, and people were livid when he was executed by Anthea live. We all remember that from the 1990s being a very seminal and painful moment of animal cruelty.
Let's just go to Bob and Richard with their answer. What's your answer?
She denied the Holocaust.
Again. Jimmy, on a lighter note, I once stayed at Anthea Turner's house and I took the bath panel off and hid under the bath. Just saying.
Jonathan, Joe, what have you got?
Initially, we thought she shat on the Blue Peter studio floor.
That was an easy mistake to make. That was an elephant.
Remembered that was an elephant.
Yes.
She made a model of Tracy Island.
Well, let's have a look.
The secret hideaway of that famous international rescue team. Now, if you can find Tracy Island in the shops, and it's not easy, it could cost you as much as £34.99, but this one is created entirely from junk. And in true Blue Peter style, ours, Thunderbird 3 comes out of a toilet roll, and Thunderbird 1 shoots out of a yoghurt pot, and Thunderbird 2 comes out of a tissue box. And the mechanical trees here, well, those are just pipe cleaners.
Oh, yeah. 100,000 people.
No, it wasn't.
There was no complaints. They were writing in for instructions.
They wanted the kit.
Oh, I see. Bob, what kind of a nut would you slip into Anthea's pocket if you were given the chance?
Well, I don't know. I'm a little gnarled cashew, I suppose.
Let's move on, maybe. Next one. What launched in the 90s promising us films, football and fucking? Who got this?
Oh, yeah. Channel 5.
Channel 5, you've gone for Jonathan and Joe?
We went for Channel 5.
OK, and Bob and Richard?
We went for Ryanair again. Just because it's got to be right at some stage.
It delivers at least 2 of those things, to be fair.
and C5 for a bit of fun.
Well, C5 is absolutely right. It was Channel 5 was launched with the promise of films, football and fucking. Everyone gets a point. Yeah, why not? Fair enough.
I think, to be fair, that every single person remembers where they were when Channel 5 was launched, and that's watching Channel 4.
I think so.
The latest show is the man who stuffed a nugget factory up his arse.
The man with a parachute for a bum.
The man with the Indian mind.
It was just an Indian man. He also has an Indian face, but they just didn't think that was a selling point.
I asked you to complete the sentence Noel Edmonds said about Noel's house party. We went into a downward spiral of when in doubt, what? What did you get, Bob, Richard?
Urinate on ourselves.
What have you gone for, Joe?
We were going to go with Cockalotti, but you steered us away, so thank you. And then Joe remembered Gunge.
Gunge is absolutely the right answer. What did you get?
Gunge or gunk or go dogging.
Gunk, yeah.
It was one of those 3.
Let's remind ourselves of some classic Noel's house party.
Anything you'd like to say? A last word?
Yes, I would like to wish my grandmother a happy 80th birthday next Saturday.
Lovely. Open that splash out.
I think somebody...
That is 90s television. It doesn't get any more 90s than that. Finally, Tony Mortimer asked you which soap storyline prompted a national campaign and a comment from Tony Blair. What did you put?
Was it Deirdre Rashid going to prison?
We got free Deirdre.
It's 100% right.
If she didn't have big glasses, she could sneak out through those bars.
Bob, Richard?
Let's move on.
The Brookside execution sequence.
I don't recall.
I do have something in common with Tony Mortimer, as well as my surname. We once both got bitten by the same fox at different pop festivals. Isn't that extraordinary?
How do you know it's the same fox?
Because it had a very unique bite.
What do you mean? Its teeth pattern.
Yes, teeth pattern, thank you. His teeth pattern.
As opposed to the other fox bites getting received? Have you met the fox since?
No, well, I'd like to.
Oh.
Sue, Lee, you get a point there, and Jonathan, Joe, you get a point. You get no points, Bob and Richard. There's a pattern emerging. OK. Time for a special bonus round about movies. I'm going to show you pictures from 4 of the biggest films in the 90s. They've been subtly improved. All you've got to do is name that film. OK, here's the first one.
That works.
It does work for me. I'm amazed I don't go with that look the whole time. I like it. Next one. That's going to confuse you sexually, I think. Who hasn't wondered what that would be like? And next. Sort of looks all right, that one. OK, and the final one.
Oh, sexy time.
Yeah. You're only human, drink it in.
It's one of the most revolting things I've seen in my entire life.
Have you all got 4 films?
Yes, we've all got 4 films.
Hands down. So, what have you got?
Braveheart.
Braveheart, and then you all got Braveheart?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. OK, and then... Yeah, OK. He seems more annoyed than me, but fine, Braveheart. Next one. Now, I think Jonathan and Joe got this. What did you think?
Speed.
Let's have a look.
Yeah.
Oh, that is good. That
And what, Sue, Lee, what did you put?
Well, I panicked and said Shirley Valentine, which is, I don't even think the right decade.
Bob, Richard, you went with?
Driving Miss Daisy or Speed. We went Slash.
Well, this is a typical moral situation for Jimmy.
Let's have a look at the next one. OK.
Easy, this one. This was Edward Tax Evader.
Nice. Nice, real nice. Jonathan, Joe?
Edward Scissorhands.
Bob?
Ant.
Let's have a look. OK, and the last one, the sexy one.
Titanic.
That is genuine.
Okay,
You know what? Can I just say, Jimmy, you're in the wank bank.
Cheers, Lee.
Like you were ever not in there.
Let's have a look at how it should have looked. You all got that one. Let's see what that's done to the scores. Currently trailing, Bob and Richard have got 12. Sue and Lee in second place with 14. Jonathan and Joe in the lead with 15 points. This next round is all about lifestyle, the fads, fashions, technologies and toys of the 90s. What can you say about a decade that gave us Furbies, rollerblades and Boyzone? How about, thank God that's over? Genetically modified foods were put on sale in 1996. Scientists warned of the dangers of making Frankenstein crops. And to be fair to them, I'm pretty certain Wayne Rooney's just a potato that got out of hand. Road rage was a huge problem in the 90s. My advice to anyone wanting to avoid becoming the victim of road rage is to stay out of my way and stop driving like a prick. Let's remind ourselves of how we lived our lives in the 90s.
As you can see, thousands have now gathered here at the centre of the park for what is to become a piece of history. Now, we will have a countdown to the activation of the balls.
I'd definitely buy one for my wife.
OK, first up, it's over to the lovely Melinda Messenger.
Hi, Jimmy. Obviously, I epitomise 90s glamour, but what fashion trend saw injuries to both Naomi Campbell and Emma Bunton and saw over 10,000 people being admitted to casualty?
I didn't even know she owned a top. So it was a lovely Melinda Messenger there. She was asking which 90s trend injured loads of people, including Emma Bunton and Naomi Campbell.
Yes, we got it.
Next question. Have a look at this man discussing his work. What did he make?
First one, she did have more. She had a very computery pyramid breasts, and in the second one, I was able to round them off and make them more realistic.
The way he licks his lips at the end there, he's...
Can we just have a look at him licking his lips again?
Yeah.
Just have a quick look at that.
Oh! And then his eyes just go like that. He's never seen a real lady.
And he probably never will.
No.
So, very simple question, this one. In December 1992, the very first text message was sent. What was it? Sue knows it again.
How do you know this? Because it was sent to me.
I sent a text message recently to my husband. It was a predictive text. And I didn't look at what I was sending, and I was stuck in traffic, and I said, stuck on Blackfriars Bridge, going to be late, fucking queue. And he got a text saying, stuck on Blackfriars Bridge, going to be late, fucking Steve.
And finally, it's over to one of the stars of the best shows of the 90s. It's Anna from This Life, Daniela Nardini.
Hi, Jimmy. Daniela Nardini here. In This Life, we drank everything and anything. In fact, we literally drank everything. One drink that was really popular then was the Alcopop. Can your teams name 3 Alcopops which were launched in the 90s?
Oh, this is... Yeah.
So Alcopops from the 90s. Oh, there's a murmur in the room as people reminisce about getting drunk on sugar. OK, all right. Let's see how you got on. Melinda Messenger asked you what injured thousands of people in the 90s, including Emma Bunton and Naomi Campbell. What did you all put?
Knife fights.
You think that Emma Bunton and Naomi Campbell were injured in knife fights?
Hey,
not attacks, they were fighting with knives.
Oh, Baby Spice was very... Always carried a blade, always.
Say what you like about the Spice Girls, but at least they laid the groundwork for the more extreme feminist politics of the cheeky girls, don't you think?
Classic. Sue, Lee, you got that?
Yeah, we got platform shoes.
We put platform shoes, yeah. You've gone for, Joe?
Platform shoes.
But now I think knife fighting might be right.
There wasn't platform shoes in the 90s.
Yeah, they came back.
Yeah,
they came back. I had trainers shoes.
But Spice Girls brought them back, and then Naomi fell over on the catwalk, didn't she? That was the story.
Let's have a look.
Naomi Campbell famously took a topple modelling Vivienne Westwood's trademark platforms.
I had platforms in the 70s, and I stole them, actually, from a cobbler's, would you believe? But they had a little compartment in the heel for a little bottle of soy sauce. I just threw it away, because, of course, we didn't have sushi.
Yeah.
So they were really trendsetter. They were sort of shoes before their time.
I showed you a clip of a man discussing his work. What was he talking about?
The iconic pointy-boobed adventuress Lara Croft, I reckon.
Exactly right. You got that as well,
We
Jonathan?
toyed with the idea of Pamela Anderson, but then we realised it was Lara Croft.
Lara Croft was originally going to be a fella, you know, but it looked stupid with the big tits.
OK. I asked you what the first text message was. How did you get on?
We thought it was, you can claim your PPI a lot.
Bob, what did you get, the first text message?
I'm on fire. Please message me back. And then realised that no one else had a phone.
That's not the right answer. Sue, Lee?
The first message they ever sent was Happy Christmas.
And you've
we've got Happy
we got
Christmas.
that. We thought Happy Christmas, maybe LOL. Just the first LOL.
The first text message was Merry Christmas. I'll give you a point for that. Finally, Daniela Nardini asked you to name 3 90s Alco Pops. How many could you remember?
Hooch.
Hooch, Smirnoff Mule.
Smirnoff Mule, I remember
Drug
that.
smuggler, isn't it?
Yeah, you had to shove the
Yeah,
bottle up your
right
arse and
up.
go abroad. You slowly got pissed, but it took a while.
Oh, yeah, well, we got Hooch. We knew Hooch. Was there one, am I imagining, was there one called Pants Dropper?
Pants Dropper?
There was a Pants Dropper, wasn't there?
There may have been a drink that was nicknamed that in a bar somewhere. OK, what are you going for, Bob, Richard?
Well, Blue Mattress.
Gloves of distress.
OK, and...
Turner and Hooch.
OK, so Sue and Lee, I think you've got 3 there. You could have had Bacardi Breezer, Hooch, Reef, WKD, Woody's Pink Grapefruit,
Wicked.
Red Square, 2 Dogs, Lemonhead, or Barking Frog. OK, time for a quick bonus round, all about famous ads of the 90s. I'm going to say a famous line from a TV commercial. All you have to do is tell me what 90s TV commercial this line was from. OK, here's your line. The ambassadors' receptions are noted in society for their host's exquisite taste.
Yeah.
Right, what the hell is that?
This is my phone number. Call me anytime.
All right, have you all got that?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Yeah. You should have all got that.
I'm going to let Joe say it because it's absolutely impossible for me to pronounce. So,
Oh, no, if you would say it, Jonathan, that'd be great.
Chocolate balls of delight.
What are they called, though, Jonathan?
Forever wash eight.
Sue Lee, you've got a picture as well.
Yeah.
That's actually from Dolly the Clone Sheep, that bowl.
So you got this, Bob, Richard?
Ferrero Rocher.
OK, well, a point for everyone on that.
Yes.
The power of advertising, though, I genuinely thought they were posh. I genuinely thought that's what posh people...
I still think of them as an aspirational thing that one day I'll have.
A posh sweet.
Because you can say what you want, we've never earned enough money to do that, have we?
No.
That's a big thing to be able to do.
But if you did it and you had people around, you wouldn't want them to take any because you wouldn't want to destroy the perfection of the...
If that had been me, I'd have gone for the one at the bottom and let them all fall and got...
OK, next ad. Does you does or does you don't? What's that an ad for? That was the slogan. They went with that. They had a meeting and they said, that will do. Does you does or does you don't?
Oh, yeah, very good.
No, it's not that. It's not that.
Richard, Bob, I imagine you nailed it.
Yeah.
OK, what have you got? Sue, Lee?
Is it grammar?
Is it by
Does you
Duracell
does or
batteries?
does you don't do grammar?
What's the tag again?
It was does you does or does you don't.
Body form.
No, it's 2 syllables. I can sing it. Does you does or does you don't do...
Drink vodka.
No.
We've got it. We know it.
What is
We know it. Well, we know it.
Does
It
you
doesn't
don't...
do...
Vote Labour. Vote
Take
Labour.
access.
What is it? Is it though,
Access.
Jonathan? Is it though?
Yes.
Could it be Bob, Richard?
Territorial army.
Does you does or does you don't? Territorial army. Well, let's have a look.
Does you does or does you don't take access? Does you does or does you don't take access?
7 million outlets worldwide does.
That appeared to be a young Vladimir Putin advertising.
And finally, can you finish a line from this famous 90s ad? Men can't help acting on what?
Hollyoaks.
Stage.
Just a pile of shit at the bottom. I don't know. I don't quite know why I drew that.
So he's drawn a pile of shit for no reason. I think he's having a breakdown, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Can we stop?
Just.
She's been sat next to you for a while now.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you get it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob, Richard? What did you go for?
Impulse.
Or jury duty. As in, you've got to do jury duty. You've got to do it. It's the law.
It's a good point, well made. Let's have a look and see.
And he soiled himself.
I still don't get it.
Let's see what that's done to the scores. So you'll get a point for impulse. OK. Trailing Bob Mortimer, Richard Ayoade, you've got 15 points. Sue Perkins, Lee Mack, 20 points. In the lead, Jonathan Ross and Joe Brown with 21 points. This round is all about people, the movers and the shakers of the 90s. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web in the 90s. He was subsequently knighted for services to pornography. Mystic Meg was predicting everything in the 90s. Personally, I've always been very sceptical about astrology, but that's me, typical Virgo. In the 90s, supermodels lived a jet-set lifestyle, mainly because they were thin enough to travel everywhere by fax. Time for some more questions. And first, it's over to the Big Fat Quiz's Masterpiece Theatre, where actor Charles Dance is reading from the autobiography of one of the decade's biggest stars. Who is it?
Chapter 9. You can either have hardest stuff out there and get the respect from all the rappers in the world, because when you do, they won't touch you, they won't dish you or nothing. Or you can come out with a clean rap that America wants to hear and wants their kids to hear. I've chosen to bring rap to the rest of the world. Nobody else was doing it before. I made it real clean, and I made it so you can understand it. My stuff's real smooth. Stop, collaborate, and listen. You can understand every single word. I don't slur any words. I'm not illiterate, I've done a lot of learning since I dropped out of high school.
Charles Dance, everyone.
Why did he...
Whose autobiography was Charles Dance reading from there? Next question. Why did the August 1991 edition of Vanity Fair have to be sold under a plain cover in certain shops in parts of America so you could only see the cover star's eyes?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yep.
I think you've got it, OK. Which 90s megastar won the MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss in 1992 and was described by the Washington Post as pushing more buttons with women than Mel Gibson? And you've got to remember, this is back in the 90s when Mel Gibson was a heartthrob, not a sugar tits racist.
92. Screen Kiss.
Screen Kiss.
I know who it is.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't.
Anyone better?
Have you got something for that? I'll give you a clue for that. Have you all got something?
Now, what's the clue?
No, give us a clue.
He was pretty young.
Oh, how young? Wrong young.
I know.
Yeah, that's a clue. Write something
okay,
down.
Yeah.
OK, and finally, we're going to go to one of the biggest sports stars of the 90s. It's Sally Gunnell.
Hi, Jimmy. I was a little bit of a sporting legend in the 90s, but I wasn't the only one. David Beckham was also huge, and even more so when he married Posh Spice. They had a famously extravagant wedding, but can your teams remember what they had on top of their cake?
So what did the Beckhams have on the top of their wedding cake?
It's not just icing, is it? Is that the answer? Icing.
Yeah, just thought icing. Yeah.
You love a cake now, don't you? Have you eaten more? You must have eaten more cake since you started the Bake Off than the rest of your life put together, I imagine.
It just doesn't stop.
Oh.
If you don't eat them, Mary Berry gets angry.
And do you get that kind of sugar sweat? You know when you eat too much?
Oh, God, yeah. And your eyeballs get hot. And then you just want to just boke into an oven. Oh, you just have to keep going because Mary gets angry. I'm still not sure about that, but I like the cut of your jib.
OK, you ready for some answers? Of course you are. Charles Dance was reading to you from a literary masterpiece. What was it?
Vanilla Ice, we reckon.
Yes.
Vanilla Ice, and you've gone for?
Vanilla Ice.
We went for Neapolitan Cornetto. But then Sue pointed out this wasn't the time for humour, we need points.
Yeah.
Come on, let's have a look.
That was an extract from Ice by Ice by Vanilla Ice. Baby.
I met Vanilla Ice in the 90s. I interviewed him. He was on my shows, and it's a tragic story.
Why?
Well, he melted due to global warming.
Should we have a quick look at Vanilla Ice just for the 90s of it? Have a look at this.
Now that the party is jumping, with the bass kicked in and the Vegas are pumping, quick to the point, no faking, cooking MCs like a pound of bacon, burning them, being quick and nimble. I go crazy when I hear a cymbal.
Jimmy, if you go crazy every time you hear a cymbal, don't go into music.
So you all got Vanilla Ice, brilliant. OK, I asked you why in certain shops in America the August 1991 edition of Vanity Fair had to be sold under a plain cover. What did you put?
Because Demi Moore was nude and pregnant.
OK, and you've got?
We said Demi Moore was pregnant, and I think she was as surprised as anyone because she just went in for a scan.
And Bob, Richard?
Well, you said just showing the eyes, so Richard thought it was...
The Zorro special.
It's a remarkable picture. Have you got that? Are you going to show us the picture?
Yeah, we've got the picture, yeah. Have a look. You're, of course, absolutely right. It was Demi Moore.
Just before she gave birth to Ashton Kutcher.
Next up, I asked you which 90s megastar won Best Kiss in 1992 and was described as pushing more buttons with women than Mel Gibson. Did you get it?
Well, we went for Lassie because you said quite young, and we thought, well, Lassie was probably about 7, but that's legal because that's 21.
Or 49.
No, it's 49, isn't it?
And then
or Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin, you've gone for, Bob and Richard?
Macaulay Culkin.
Wasn't Lassie's career ruined when he was caught dogging?
Well, you're all absolutely right. It was Macaulay Culkin.
Was that for My Girl, was it?
Age 10, yeah. Here's the photo. That was the screen kiss at the MTV Music Awards.
Whoa. That was the age when he did the kiss and he got...
And it pushed loads of girls' buttons.
That was apparent. That's what they said. It was a very different time.
Look what's happened to him, because he is now living in a flat in Paris with Pete Doherty. He really is.
That sounds like an amazing Home Alone sequel.
He's having a lot of trouble getting work as a child actor these days.
And finally, Sally Gunnell asked you what the Beckhams had on top of their wedding cake. Did you get it?
Well, we weren't sure, but we thought it might have been Victoria's vomit.
Jonathan, Joe, what did you go for?
We didn't know, so we went with Posh and Beck's Forever.
Oh.
Like tech speak.
OK. Bob, Richard?
We've got hundreds and thousands.
And a sniper's nest.
It's more distressing than any of those things. In fact, what they had on top of their wedding cake was a nude sculpture of themselves.
Wow. Wow.
You'd have a raw deal if you were the one that got Victoria.
It's not a mouthful.
She's probably only about 3 calories, isn't she?
Right, it's time for that special part of the show where I introduce a mystery guest. All you have to do is tell me who they are and how they came to prominence in the 1990s. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our mystery guest. Hello, sir. How are you? Very good to see you.
Hello, man.
Now, you can only ask yes or no questions. This is our mystery guest.
Wow. Wow.
OK, don't ask anything rude because
Can
he looks
I
like he
touch
could
this?
kill us all.
Are you a man?
Yeah. Is the thing you're famous for to do with your stature now? Your
No, not
physique?
at all. No.
Were you in a pop group?
Oh, is it the other
Oh, you weren't.
No.
Were you on a television show?
Yes.
Ah, was it a reality show?
Were you on The Word?
Yes.
Were you in the I'd do anything to get on telly bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll need to be more specific.
I
OK.
think- I'll tell you
We're
what-
writing it down.
Have you all got
We've
something?
written it down now. But
Richard,
we
Bob?
know the answer.
Yeah.
We think.
I think you do. OK. All right. Let's see what you got. Let's go to Bob and Richard first. What did you say?
Did you kiss an old woman on the TV?
Yeah. I did, Richard.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Sue? Lee,
Yeah, I
did you
put
get this?
kiss no AP and I crossed it out because I thought it was Lynn somebody. Her name was like ringing a vague...
Oh, you're thinking of Lynn Perry?
Yeah, did you kiss Lynn Perry?
No.
Jonathan, Joe, what did you get, Joe?
We kissed an old lady on the
He kissed an
Word.
old lady on the Word, and it wasn't me.
Let's have a look and see.
Welcome to the hopefuls, people who said they'd do anything to get on television. 23-year-old Todd was born on Canvey Island and works in insurance. His ambition is to be a lifeguard on Baywatch. So we provided Todd with a 77-year-old babe who certainly needs the kiss of life. In your own time, Todd.
Between me. Anything.
Pretty weird for the future, mate.
Could you talk me through the shoot that day, though? So you're on The Word, you said, I'll do anything to get on telly. What happened that day when you were filming with the old lady?
We basically went in the studio that day, and it took about 11 takes.
11 takes?
11 takes, it did.
Was she also directing the shoot? Because it sounds like she was going, no, we've got to go again.
Coming back this evening, the only reason I invited him on is he's agreed to give the same kiss to Jimmy Carr, I believe. Is that
No, I haven't. No.
Genuinely hasn't.
Do it. Oh, you can't let us down now, Jimmy.
Yeah, I definitely
You've got to
fucking
do it,
can.
Jimmy.
Well, let's have a look and see how everyone's doing. OK, Bob and Richard have 18, Sue and Lee have 24. In the lead still, Jonathan and Joe with 25 points. This round is all about the scandals that shook the decade. Pamela Anderson's sex tape was stolen from her home and put on the internet. She couldn't believe anyone could do that. Converting a VHS tape to QuickTime? Incredible. Hugh Grant was caught with prostitute Divine Brown in 1995. Liz Hurley stood by him, unlike Divine Brown, who knelt in front of him. Divine Brown made over $1 million from the incident. Well, $1,060,000 to be precise. Right, before I ask the questions for the final round, just to rack up the tension on the Big Fat Quiz of the 90s, I'm going to tell you we've got a gunge tank for the losers. We've got the actual Noel's House Party gunge tank.
No.
Well, can we just lower the tension a bit by saying, go fuck yourself?
Richard looks thrilled. You look super excited about this. We've got a gunge tank and you're behind, so buck up your ideas.
I will kill you in your sleep.
OK, Let's have a look at some questions. First up, it's over to the voice behind one of the biggest hits of the 90s. It's the Shaman's Mr. C.
Hi, Jimmy. Mr. C here. We had a huge hit in the 90s with Ebenezer Good. But I'm here to talk about someone else who was naughty, naughty, very naughty, and that was Brian Harvey. He got the sack and was even slagged off by John Major in 1997. But can you tell me why?
I met Mr. C once.
Did you? Where did you meet Mr. C?
I can't remember what it was, but I asked him what the C's for, and he said sailing ships.
I went to B&Q and said, what's the queue for? They said, sorry, it's Bank Holiday Monday. We're always...
Next question. David Icke went from being a goalkeeper to a conspiracy theorist in the 90s, but what extraordinary claim did he make in 1991?
Oh, yeah. Was that on Wogan he went on, did that?
I believe it was, yeah.
Oh.
You can give clues to the other teams if you feel that confident. For the next question, it's over to Mbop singers Hanson.
Wow. Hey, Jimmy, we're Hanson. Now, wasn't the 90s a crazy decade?
Yes, it was.
It was, and one of the weirdest moments was when Fox Network broadcast a clip that was given to them by filmmaker Ray Santilli in what turned out to be one of the biggest hoaxes of the decade.
Well, the question is, what did that footage claim to show?
Well, shall we have a look at Hanson as they were?
Wow.
You remember Hanson?
But that was a great song. Dooby-dooby-doo-bop.
I just love the fact that people too young to remember that song will be watching this and think, oh, he's gone.
That was more or less it, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Are they still going?
Yeah, they're still touring. They're touring the UK next year.
No,
yeah.
not just with Bop.
No, they've got new songs. And finally, here's a picture of Linda Tripp. Without her, we would never have known about one of the 90s biggest scandals. But what was it?
Looking at that picture, did they base Mrs. Doubtfire on her?
That is, in fact, Robin Williams playing Linda Tripp, yeah. OK, you ready for some answers? You all got something? Mr. C asked you how Brian Harvey got himself sacked and criticised by John Major. Did you know?
Yeah. He said that drugs are good for you, I think particularly E's, and then he ran himself over with his own car.
Yeah.
That was a separate incident when he ran himself over in the car.
There was a gap of several years, but
he reversed over himself in the car. OK, what have you got for this?
We put encouraging kids to do drugs and ran himself over.
OK, and you've got?
Saying drugs is good, like having a cup of tea.
I think he said that. Also that maybe he took 17 ecstasy or something. I remember it being a number where I thought, that's a high number.
Well, you're right. Basically, what he did was he said in an interview that he took 12 ecstasy tablets in one night and then drove.
Wow.
And the Prime Minister was very upset and said, you're a very naughty boy, and he got sacked from E17, which can't be easy. Next up, I asked you what extraordinary claim David Icke made in 1991. What have you got?
I think he might have said he was Jesus Christ.
He said he was the son of God. I don't think he said he specifically was Jesus. Not that I want to get pissy with you, but there is a gunge tank waiting for one of us.
OK, Bob?
I don't think he did say he was the son of God. I think he said the royal family were lizards.
He did say that, yeah.
Yeah.
He did say the world was ending as well, I think.
Which it is, ultimately. It's just it's billions of years away.
Yeah, I think he was looking at a closer timescale than that.
Well, he did say the world was ending. He did say the royal family were lizards, but that was much later. On Wogan, he said he was the son of God.
Yes. Yeah, we wrote he was
Can I point it out with the
right.
pen? There.
Oh, no, I can see it. OK,
Yeah.
all right, so points all round there.
Thank you very much.
Hanson asked you what Ray Santilli controversially sold the Fox network.
He'd sold on footage claiming it was an actual alien autopsy, which was kind of, when you look at it now, at the time everyone got a bit excited about it because you couldn't see it very clearly, it was on the internet. And then Anton Deck made a film about it, which wasn't particularly good.
I was in it.
No, were you?
I was in Alien Autopsy, yeah.
Which part did you play?
I think I was Ant's boss.
Wow.
I was definitely in it.
Did you do an accent?
Jimmy Carr plays Anton Deck's boss in a sci-fi thriller, and it failed.
So you've got Sue, Lee?
Yeah, he said it was footage of an alien autopsy from Roswell, Area 50. Was it
Wow.
51?
Area 51.
From
Yeah, OK.
Roswell,
Good level
yeah.
of detail. And you've got this?
An autopsy, and we referred to your film.
Anton Deck film. A terrific movie. Shall we have a look? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. This is what he sold them. So they bought this. A news network, the Fox News Network, bought this. News just in, aliens found. This is my favourite bit, where they take off the bit from his eye that makes it look like it's an alien's eye. Yeah, take that off, and then it'll just look like a dummy. OK, and finally I asked you what scandal was exposed by Linda Tripp. Did you know?
Yeah. She was the whistleblower to Monica Lewinsky's blow-up. And she did she prosecute or just rumble the whole Bill Clinton thing?
But she befriended Monica Lewinsky and then she taped 20 hours of phone calls. It's pretty bad. Did you got this, Bob?
Monica Lewinsky, yeah.
Monica Lewinsky. Jonathan, Joe?
Yes, we said Lewinsky, stroke, Clinton, BJ. Which is the way the kids say blowjob.
We all got that absolutely right. Points all round. OK, time for the big fat question. This is the final question of the show and your final chance to earn some points and avoid gunging. I'm looking for 3 things. The longest-running #1 of the 90s, the most bankable actor of the 90s, and the most bankable actress of the 90s. 2 points available for each, and a bonus 2 points if you get a full house.
So hold it. So #1 was the
It's the longest-running #1 single of the 90s.
The 90s.
And it's the most bankable actor. You'll kick yourself if you don't get it, and the most bankable actress.
He's intensely points at.
Someone's going in there.
We want to win.
Yeah, I know. You're
Someone is
in.
going in the gunge tank. We've rented a gunge tank. We're doing this.
If we come first, can we nominate that all 4 have to go in it?
I think you could do that. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Very good of you. Very confident.
OK, pens down. Everyone ready? Yeah. OK, so what have you gone for the longest-running #1?
We've gone for Everything I Do It For You by Bryan Adams.
What a lovely sentiment. You've gone for?
That's what we've
put the same thing.
There's no love like
We
your
were
love.
going to go with that. We thought that was 80s. We've gone for Love Is All Around, Wet, Wet, Wet.
The answer is, for a magnificent 16 weeks at #1 in 1991, Bryan Adams, Everything I Do, I Do It For You.
Get in.
Yes.
Wet, Wet, Wet was second, with Love Is All Around 15 weeks. OK, the second one. Now, you should get this pretty easily, Jonathan. You're a movie expert.
OK, but we guessed because I think it could be this guy or it could be another guy. We went with Tom Cruise. We think it could be Will Smith. We go with Tom Cruise.
So one of those two you think, and you're the
Cruise, we've
movie
gone with Tom
expert.
Cruise.
I think it could be Will Smith.
We've gone for Tom Hanks because
Saving Private Ryan and
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia and Forrest Gump.
Well, also Toy Story and Toy Story 2. I can tell you Tom Hanks, which you've also got, Richard and Bob, is the right answer.
You know the thing about going in the gun
Feel the
tank?
gun.
If
Feel
we
it.
lose, can no one go in the gun tank?
OK, biggest female. Well, I imagine you'll get this, Jonathan. You're a movie expert.
OK, we put down Demi Moore, but we're now thinking maybe it was Meg Ryan.
OK, what have you gone for, Bob? Richard?
Possibly Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Because speed, and also a lot of films that no one would see but for Bullock.
OK, what have you gone for? Sue, Lee?
We've gone for... Well, we thought about Meg Ryan and then we went for Julia Roberts because we think Pretty Woman was a 90s film.
With movies like Pretty Woman, Runaway Bride, My Best Friend's Wedding, Hook and Notting Hill, Julia Roberts is the right answer. You got 3 for 3. That means you get 2 points each and a bonus 2 points. So you get full 8 points there.
So am I right in saying that we can get to choose which lippy fucker goes in?
That's your lot of time to total up the scores at home. There were a possible 41 points to be earned, which means the winners of the Big Fat Quiz of the 90s, Sue Perkins and Lee Mack, with 36 points. There's your trophy. Jonathan and Joe, you're in second place with 29 points. A sterling effort, Jonathan and Joe.
Thank you.
Which means Bob Mortimer and Richard Ayoade with 26 points are going in the gunge tank. Who is winning? That is the original gunge tank from Noel's house, buddy. And that's Jet as well.
If I may, I'd like to speak on behalf of my fellow panellists, the losers, let's face it, OK? You were not consulted about the possibility of a gunge tank, were you?
I still don't believe in it, Jonathan.
It's right there.
It's a gunge tank.
There is one person here who clearly did know about the gunge tank.
Of course I knew about the gunge tank. I booked the gunge tank.
So I would turn now to the audience and ask as to whether you think the two harmless and charming...
Well, no, they lost the quiz. They're going in the gunge tank. There's no two ways about this.
Or should Jimmy Carr go in the gunge tank, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Jimmy Carr in the gunge tank.
Yeah.
You should, Jimmy. You should, Jimmy.
Why did you lose the quiz? You lost the quiz.
You should, Jimmy.
Jimmy Carr, I speak on behalf of the nation when I say you've taken so much, it's time to give back.
I'm totally happy. I'm totally happy to be... I can't see what the big deal is, Richard. I can't see why. A big thank you to our amazing panel, all our panellists, and thank you for watching. This has been the Big Fat Quiz of the 90s. Good night. Not even a thing.